everyone. Welcome to this video. Now that I've, put up a few videos, about 4 or 5 of them now, of, going different places and exploring different things around my hometown, figured I'd take a step back and actually make a video formally introducing myself. First off, if you've watched the other videos or if you're just checking out this one for the first time, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. This thing, as I've said in some of my other videos, is fairly new for me, and, still trying to find my footing and just really, figure out the direction for this channel. And I know that it, may not become the biggest channel ever in the history of YouTube, but really just want to have fun with it, treating it more as a hobby than anything. So again, if you subscribed, great, thank you very much. If you liked any videos, thank you. And even if you just watched them, thank you. So first off, as I say at the beginning of every video, again, my name is Warren. Currently live in Marietta, Georgia. Do have a family. I have a wife and 2 kids. And, we generally, like to get out and do things, and that's kind of what inspired these videos. Of course, they haven't been with me quite yet in any of the ones that I've put up, and I don't know if they'll be featured in them in the future. That's to be determined, but, we like to travel, we like to get out and do things around here, and, and there's some things we have and haven't seen. So I figured, just show off some of the, the things that, make our area unique. I personally, I don't know any other YouTubers personally. I've been watching YouTube for quite some time, almost as much, if not more, than regular content you'd find on a streaming service. My favorite YouTubers right now are Jacob the Carpetbagger, and of course his fiance Jenny Penny, watch her videos, Tampa J, watch a lot of those. We also watch Adventurers Out There. We actually, actually sit down as a family and watch these just like you would any other TV show. So I figured, maybe I'd show off, try to find some different things to show. Of course, I'm sure there'll be some overlap, and, they're far more professional than me right now. I'm just filming on my iPhone, which has served me pretty well so far, but, if this thing continues to move along, maybe I'll invest in some either accessories for my iPhone or, a more professional camera. Another YouTube channel we watch a lot is Super Enthused, and I know that's a lot of Disney content, and we love Disney, so don't have any plans to go there right now, but in the future, of course, I'm sure I'll film some videos there. As far as me personally, as far as why now, so up until the end of 2025, I worked for 17 years with a cell phone company. I won't say the name, but it's the red one. And unfortunately, I was part of the highly publicized layoffs that occurred, again, about 13,000 people, and the biggest in the company's history, and, worked through the end of 2025, and here I am now. Of course, I'm furiously applying to new positions, new opportunities out there. As anyone who's ever applied for a job can tell you, it's not a fast process, and can be, quite a challenge. And really, again, like I said, I've been watching YouTube, and I've thought about this on and off for a few years, but I said to myself, okay, so I'm going to apply for jobs, and then I'm going to sit around and wait maybe for a phone call or some other communication for an interview. What am I doing in all that other downtime? So I thought to myself, you know what? Maybe now's the time to pick up the hobby of making a YouTube channel and try my hand for it. Try my hand at it, for a change, and see where it goes. I don't anticipate it being my brand new job. Don't get me wrong, that would be awesome, but I know that's like trying to catch lightning in a bottle. But anyway, so that's my background. I ended my career in the risk management and compliance division, so did a lot of fraud investigations, both of employees, vendors of the company, so external third party employees, and then of course customers, making sure they were following terms and conditions that were maybe impactful to the company. Of course, I'm not married to staying in that field. Um, I graduated way back in 2007 from Kennesaw State University, which is local as well, and actually got a degree in communication with an emphasis in public relations. Never had the true opportunity to work in public relations, but do have some practical knowledge there that I do try to use whenever I can. Um, so, of course, if anyone knows of anybody, who's hiring for a remote position or around the Atlanta area, the North Georgia area, of course, please feel free to reach out to me. But anyways, that's enough about that. Thankfully there was a somewhat generous severance package that affords me the ability to take this time to find a new opportunity and something that's worthwhile. Um, so as far as my vision for the channel, first off, I've called myself Peach State Prime. Peach State, referencing the fact that I'm from Georgia. I was actually born in Katy, Texas, which is a suburb of Houston, Texas, but moved here right before first grade. And, so I've been in Georgia most of my life, probably more Georgian than Texan. However, I am proud to have been born in Texas and love anything Texas related. So that's Peach State. And Prime. Prime is a little bit of a play on words. I'm sure you can't tell that I'm a huge fan of the Transformers, from 1984 on up. So Prime, of course, is a play on, Optimus Prime, Rodimus Prime, and then also Prime as in, something that's really good, something that's premium, and that's what I'm shooting to eventually achieve in my videos that I'm making. As far as the type of content, so, as you've seen, visits to more unique parks, not necessarily ballparks, but something that offers something unique, just like in the Mabry Park video that I put up. You have horses there, the pond, all the walking trails, so it's a stand out. Maybe walk around some of the historic Georgia towns. Did one of Kennesaw already, and have plans of going to Woodstock, Marietta, of course, Canton, and beyond. And then, of course, looking at different local museums, different unique shops. Not really wanting to go to a lot of, chain places. Like, I'm not planning on doing a video of Walmart or Targets. Unless it's showing off something seasonal and something really unique. But for instance, I did a video of the antique store that went up recently, and none of those are the same anywhere. Of course, I do want to film some events. There's some festivals and different shows coming up. Plan on covering some of those as well as other local attractions. And sometimes I'll just scale it back, kind of like this video, and maybe do an update and show off some of my stuff. I'm a huge nerd, if you can't tell. Have a Star Trek shirt on. Surrounded by Transformers. Made reference to that in that antique video store video. And I'll show off. I'll do a scan around the room here in just a minute. Collect a bunch of other pop culture stuff, including pop figures, Funko, some Ghostbusters stuff, little bit of anime. So sometimes, I'll take a break from something at showing around town, just to show something around here, something that's fun to me. So as far as other interests, of course, love travel, both locally, just day trips, or going on vacation. Of course, right after I decided to make this video, but of course, after being laid off, I realized, oh, I just went on all these trips in 2025 that would have made great videos for YouTube, including a trip out to Texas. And then it was a road trip. We went down and saw Epic Universe, Universal Orlando's newest park. And we also went on our second Disney cruise aboard the Disney Wish over fall break. So hopefully I'll have some other opportunities like that. I know of some that we're kind of kicking around right now. And so I'll be able to bring some content from other parts of the South other than just my area of Georgia. So that's kind of the plan there. Other interests, that's right, we were talking about hobbies. Of course, collect Transformers, collect different things. Already mentioned that. Then our family is really involved in the Scouting America program, which I know a lot of people know as formerly as the Boy Scouts of America. Been involved with our Cub Scout pack for about 10 years. We're crossing over our second child now. Actually in March to our troop, which is the same troop I was in when I was younger, and both of my sons will be in that troop now. My oldest child, of course, he's actually getting close to his Eagle. He is a Life Scout now, so we have that excitement coming up, and of course, we're very proud of both of them. Let's see what else. Our family is, we are Christians. We do attend church on a fairly regular basis whenever we are in town, and our kids are involved in different programs and different events hosted by them. So very happy about that. Let's see what else about me. I'm not a huge fan of the cold. I know I chose the right time of the year to start a YouTube channel. But, it being Georgia, as I made reference in one of my other videos, one day it'll be 70, the other day it'll be 40. Then we're back up to 70. So I think we'll still have a chance to get some of those outdoor events covered. Now, one thing I do want to mention about the channel is that while I'm not marking the videos within the YouTube settings as made for children, everything I make, I'm doing with a family mindset. So, I'm never going to post anything that has any foul language or anything, with super objectionable content or anything. So hopefully you can rest at ease, letting your children or even watching as a family. If I'm ever anywhere where I come across, some background audio that's inappropriate or something I catch in frame, I'll make efforts to edit that out. That's a true importance to me when it comes to creating this content. So hopefully you feel the same way there, because I know a lot of the YouTube channels we watch follow that same model. They're all pretty family friendly, and it's something we definitely appreciate in this day and age. So with that in mind, let's take a break from this conversation, and I'll show you a little bit around my room and in my basement here. So I'm going to attempt to do a scan around my room, my Transformers room or my office. This is where I did work from home on days I was permitted to do so with my previous employer. Surrounded with fun stuff here, and I do apologize if you see any dust or cobwebs. I'm not so great with that. But as you can see, I have a ton of Transformers. I do catalog all of them on a Google Sheet. I wish I would have looked at the count before making this video. I am in the 1600s currently. I know some people have collections much bigger than mine, but, I'm a little bit more selective versus getting quite everything that comes out. Some vintage, a lot of newer stuff right now. the vintage stuff has kind of come with me and left me over time. Now, the fun thing is both of my kids are getting into Transformers, so kind of getting to share it with a whole another generation. Kind of a play on words for those of you familiar with Transformers. You know, you got Generation 1, which refers to the original stuff, Generation 2, and then, you know, so on and so forth from there. But I'll probably make more detail, maybe spotlight some of these more in the future. But I, again, don't want to go in too much detail at the moment, but just give you guys an idea of kind of the scope of my collection. All right, now we're out here in the main part of my basement, right outside my office door, and these are some of my pop figures, some of my Ghostbusters stuff, more Transformers merchandise, some Harry Potter, Star Trek. Like I said, a lot of pulp culture, some DC stuff. I got Marvel stuff on the other side. You got some Pokemon Pops, some anime stuff, which we'll probably talk more about that in another video. Got some classic animation and Peanuts. And of course, you got the King of the Hill section here. And then, as I mentioned earlier, our family is a big Disney family. Been on several trips to the parks. Been to on the cruise twice. And this, of course, is some of my Disney collection. Mostly pop figures. A few other things within here as well. And we got the Marvel stuff over here. That big old Spider-Man up top. And then we have some other general Disney stuff over here. Again, combined with some pop figures. And then this right here, if you watched that antique video, this is my Ghostbusters, or real Ghostbusters firehouse. It is very much a skeleton at the moment, and I do need to do some work on it. Maybe try to 3D print some replica parts and clean it up. And, probably work on that in the, hopefully the coming months. So anyway, so that's a quick look around of some of my collection, some of the things, me/we, my family, have picked up over the years. Again, probably, do some spotlights on some of it in the future, whenever it seems appropriate. So anyways, that's a little bit more about me. Again, I'll do my best with these videos, as long as, somebody, I consider it an honor if I even have 5 people watch a video. So, get alone the tens of thousands I see some videos get. So again, I truly do appreciate it, whatever somebody does watch or get alone subscribe. So, again, I just want to thank you for watching this video. Hope you know a little bit more about me. And, I'll continue to, try to put out some content even after I do find another job. Just adjust that schedule a little bit there. But plan to try to keep this ongoing. But anyways, as I keep trying to wrap this up, thank you again for watching this video and any of the videos you've watched on mine. Hope you have a great day. God bless, and I'll see you next time.